Hello and welcome back to another Final Table commentary. Today we got a 5K Titans event from July 20th. We got Buddy on Poker on the final table with Ace-10 suited, starting things off with the open. We got Darwin, Serve Lamin, What is Love, Sageister, Fimo, Celawan, and Poker Pro, and QAA. Ace-8 suited for Serve Lamin on the button is in a weird spot here. I'll direct your eyes to the bottom of the screen there with the payouts. We got 4 players making the money. That's really important to note here. Few players with plenty of chips to play with. And we got a couple of shorties. What is Love and Sageister off about 15 and 16 blinds. Darwin on 25. And then everybody else has more than 40. Got an Ace Queen 3 flop. Everybody's got pair status. Buddy on with the best of it. Backdoor flush draw. Ace-10 suited. Backdoor straight draw in there. Backdoor wheel draws in there too, right? No, it's not. Sorry. Anyway, Serve Lamin. We'll call with the toppest of pairs. There's that shitty old 8 of diamonds as a kicker. Unblocks bluffs, I suppose. 6 of hearts on the turn. 7 blind bet into 11.3. Doesn't size up a river jam. No, it doesn't. Buddy on could have went larger, I suppose, but he might just scare off Serve Lamin with the bigger sizing. This interesting size will make Serve Lamin go in the tank here. Obviously a flush draw, plenty of straight draws. Oof. Ace on the river. Does Buddy on yoink it all in for value now? Be an overbet. Hard to imagine Serve Lamin folds. He kind of knows the situation, right? He's like, okay, there's a flush draw that miss, there's straight draws that miss. I got 3 of a kind. You obviously have a few boats, a few better ace X's. Serve Lamin sees a 17 blind bet, so he's not all in. Saves his life potentially, unless he goes all in for value himself. Puts 32 blinds in the middle. Looks like it'd be about 15 more. Serve Lamin goes deep in the tank here. If they do somehow manage to find a fold with 3 of a kind on the river, that'd be really impressive. Be one hell of a way to start the show here today, Serve Lamin. Surely we're thinking about calling or jamming, right? And then I think because this situation we might... Wait, do we lean towards a jam because there's only 4 players who make the money? Like if we call and we've got like what, 15 blinds? We're still in the game, right? I guess that's pretty important. Serve Lamin lets her go. Says, fuck it, dude. My ace-8 is no good here. What a hand to start off the show. Serve Lamin preserves 32 big, 7-5-0. It's not something they want to see. They'll quickly let that go to Sageister with Jack 4 suit, or Jack 4-0, sorry. Not suited. I think Fimo was suited in the big blind. Maybe they weren't. I didn't even get a chance to see what they had. Anyways, queen for Fimo. Not much doing for anybody else here. Fimo with the big stack will come in for a raise surely to 3 blinds or something like this. You could always make it larger, like 3.5, 4. 4 is a little bit too big. Fimo says 3.5 is just right. The raise gets through anywho. King 9 suited. Q is going to open it up under the gun. This is very nice happening. Celawan with King Jack O from the small might let that go. Fimo with Jack 8 suited on the button is in a weird spot. Swiftly lets that playable holding go. Says I need to preserve my chips here. They're only in second place. Buddy on with the big ass stack, yo. Q's open. We'll get through Bree. Ace 4 for Darwin. Probably not going to play this one, I don't think. Jack 9-0 for Fimo. Biggest stack left in the hand. Will raise from the cutoff. Got Q with 8-6 suited in the big blind. He's got playability. Has chips to play with. Flops fucking well too. Queen 7-5. Flop 2 clubs. Open ender with the flush draw. Fimo obviously with the 9 of clubs. A pretty important card for Q's holding, but they'll go for a c-bet. They obviously don't know they block the flush draw and straight draw for Q. Looks to be about a half pot size bet. We get a check raise from 8 high. Flush draw, straight draw takes the pot down right then and there. Queen 9 suited for Q. Queen 10 for Fimo. Could always play that, but they might let that go. Buddy on's in the big blind. They aren't afraid. They say, fuck it, we're going to open it up. Just 2 blinds to go. We got 82 behind. It's no worries. Q folds the Queen 9 suited from the small. Queen 4, 0 for Buddy on in the big. Nothing doing here. Just finds the fold. 6-6 for Sergeister. They're going to find the fold. I'm a little worried for Darwin, but less so now. Fimo with Queen 8 suited opens it up. If Buddy on 3 bets, Darwin has a pretty easy fold. If Buddy on calls, we have an easy call as well. Queen Jack suited. Let's see 3 cards, dealer. 3 ways to the flop. We get a King 10-9 flop. Fucking straight for Darwin. Straight draws for the other 2. Go with the flush draws to go along with it. So both Fimo. No, Fimo's drawing to a Jack for a chop pot with Darwin. A Queen for Buddy on to make the nut straight. A spade as well will give Buddy on the best of it. Darwin sees a small bet out of Fimo. Buddy on calls. Does Darwin just jam? What do we do here? No, he check raises small. This is interesting but scary. 6 blinds to go. I guess, yeah, we don't really want to just price out a flush draw, right? But they both got flush draw and straight draws. We get a 3 bet by Fimo on the flop. Holy fuck, is this going to be like 180 blind pot? Obviously, Darwin won't be playing for all of it, but no way Buddy on folds this draw on the flop here. We get the best flush draw, the best possible straight draw. We call from the small. How interesting. We call the 3 bet on the flop. Does Darwin 4 bet? Darwin's got a 4 bet. Look at the flop. We just gotta yoink this in, dude. Do we call and get away from it on spades? Darwin says, no, we got the fucking nuts. Rip it all in. What a start to the final table here. The 5K Titans event. And then I think like Fimo, do we call? Don't we want to raise? And then Buddy on calls? No matter what the raise size is? We see Fimo is 3.6%. Drawing to a chop pot. It rips it all in. Oh no, Buddy on can't fold, right? He's only got a draw though. How bizarre. What a bizarre spot for Buddy on. 85 blinds. Buddy on finds the fold. Now we got plenty of equity for Fimo. I thought Buddy on was going to call there. Both the flush draw and straight draw brick for Fimo. Darwin's flop straight holds up 62 blinds for him. It's bad news for the table. Queen 7-0 will raise that up. Or do we play a limping strategy? Darwin says no, just raise. Serve limit with Jack 10 has playability in the big blind. Didn't like the big sizing. Goes in the tank here. I think we'll find a call. 9-8-3. Interesting board here. Serve limit is open-ended with 2 overcards. Darwin might go for a C-bet on a perceivably... there's quite a few straight draws out there. It's not really a dry board even though there's no flush draw. That 3's kind of a dinky card, but that 9-8 connects real well. Darwin bets huge, 6.65. Does serve limit still just rip it in? Or do we just... calling feels awful. Ripping it in feels awful. But I think that's my preferable play here. We can take the pot down so often. There's the jam by serve limit. Very nicely done. They will take it down. Queen high hits the muck, of course. Ace 8 for Sergeister. Probably not. 13 blinds. We'll probably let that go. They do. Queen or Ace 8 suited for Q. Ace 5 for Poker Pro. Poker Pro is a very strong player. And Selawin as well. Haven't heard from them just quite yet. What is Love as well? Off the short stack is very strong. Everybody here. Very strong player. Q's Ace 8 suited will open and take it down pre-Celowan. There we go. We get to hear from them now. Ace Queen opening it up under the gun +1. Queen Jack for Darwin. I don't know if we play this from the cutoff. No. Sageister with 6-7 in the big blind calls and sees the King 8-4 flop. No heart for either player. It's kind of bad news on a 2-heart flop. Got a straight draw for Sageister. Celowan bets 1 blind. I like the sizing on a board that's favorable for them. Sageister finds the call with a straight draw, 2 live cards, the 6 and 7. Get the ace of clubs on the turn, bringing in another flush draw. Celowan makes top pair. Celowan bets small in, takes the pot down. Ace Queen suited, this time for Servleman. Sorry, I don't think Celowan was suited. Servleman anyways is. They will open for 2 blinds from the cutoff. Fimo with 10-2 of diamonds in the big blind. Some players like to see flops. Fimo is one of them. Says 10-2 suited. We got plenty of equity. 6-5-2 flop. Bottom pair leads out very small. 1.4 to 5.6. Servleman with the 2 overs. Back to a wheel draw isn't possible with that 6 on the flop. Anyways, Ace Queen will call the small lead. 9 of diamonds on the turn. 8-7 makes a straight. 4-3 would be a flop straight. Servleman's probably not going to have too much of the 4-3, but I suppose some sort of 8-7 suited is possible. But raising into Fimo's big blind is less likely. Anyway, Servleman will bet 1.5 on the turn into 8.4. Interesting bet here. What does a pair of 2s even do, though? Finds the call. 4 on the river. Puts a 1-liner to a 3 out there. 8-7 makes a 6 card straight. That doesn't count for nothing. It is the nuts, though. Anyway, Servleman will check down Ace Queen. Looks like blinds went up there. Ace Jack for Darwin. Ace Jack for Q. Weird spot for Darwin. I'm kind of interested to see what they do here. I don't really want to fold. Oh, Darwin says, yeah, just snap fold. Interesting. Maybe it's a spot where we really need to preserve chips. Looks like Darwin is in 4th place right now. Jack 9 suited for Celowan will call the big blind 8-6-3 flop. Q goes for a hefty C bet, about half pot. And the bet will get through. Yeah, again, very interesting for Darwin. They're seeing what was an under the gun +1 open. We saw Q open up King 9 suited under the gun. So they aren't afraid to go for the wide opens, or the aggressive opens, not wide. I guess they are a little wider. Ace Jack, oh, isn't wide. Come on, man. Anyways, 10-7. Limps it in. The King 9 suited was just a little bit, like it's on the very bottom portion of the holdings you want to open, probably, you know? Anyways, 9-2 goes for the raise for Poker Pro. You'll love to see it. 6-3, 2 flop. Poker Pro makes bottom pair. Checks back the flop 3 on the turn, pairs the board. I think Poker Pro is comfy to call a bet here. Celowan doesn't fire. There's 2 flush draws out there. Weird spot for Poker Pro. Might just want to check this one down. Or bet small on the turn? I don't fucking know. Poker Pro says show this one down. (10-7) makes top pair on the river. The front door flush draw gets there. You would have expected Poker Pro to bet at some point if they had it. Celowan goes for a hefty value bet with the toppest of pairs and gets a quick call out of the bottomest of pairs. Nice pot, slides over to Celowan. Queen Jack, Servleman will open it up. Queen 10, Celowan probably going to fold the button here. Or 3 bet. No. Serve the min's raise. We'll get through pre. Ace jack suited for what is love. We'll get to hear from them. 11 blinds. Do we just yoink it in? Most likely. They say no. Min raise. 11 blinds. Does the min raise get through with these holdings here? Buddy Gun was 7-5 in the big blind. There's something about not giving chips to the short stacks that I think Buddy On will read right into, that says, well, you know, Buddy On's just a smart player. They don't want to give any chips to what is love. Sageister, don't give them a reason to make a comeback. King Jack for serve Lemin. We'll open it up under the gun. We get a call by Celowan's Ace 10 suited. Poker Pro with 9-9 from the cutoff. Facing the under the gun open. Hijack call. Do we just rip it in? I don't fucking know. This is terrifying. Serve Lemin did go for an aggressive open here. King Jack off. Off 34 blinds. The 9s do rip it in. King Jack folds. Celowan would be flipping here if they find the call, but that's not easy to find. Poker Pro's jam gets through pre. Sageister with queen. Poker Pro wakes up with ace king suited. We don't see any aces or kings. Lots of non-spades out there. 8-8 for Celowan. We'll probably let it go. I don't know. Do we call? Weird spot. We want chips, but we really don't want to just lose chips. Celowan finds the call. I think Poker Pro just rips it in here. There we go. 31.5 blinds. Easy jam. And Celowan, yeah, finds the fold. King high board. We're looking for a queen dealer. We do not find it. Sageister's Gonzo Alonzo. Poker Pro takes out a nice pot. 48 blinds for him in total now. Ace 9 suited for Celowan. They'll open it up. So Sageister's the first body to leave. Arguably one of the, like, maybe you'd say Darwin's the best player, but Sageister is right up there. In my opinion, anyways. Celowan bets 1 blind. So, I mean, that's just good news for the table. Seeing Sageister bust. Not only are we closer to the money, but you lose one of the strongest players. Is what is love makes 3 of a kind. They lead out the turn, 1.5 blinds. Sizing up the river jam. Celowan just with ace high, though. No flush draw, no straight draw, no nothing. They find the fold. Jack 10 suited for Poker Pro. They'll open it on up. Queen 9 suited for Darwin. Fimo with the 7-5-0. In the big blind. Gonna let that one go. Right? We got a little bit of playability. Fimo says that's enough for me to call. Ace Jack 10 flop. Bottom 2 pairs. Bets real small and takes the pot down. 10-6 suited. Poker Pro will let that go under the gun. Ace 5 for Darwin. Might come in for the open after being kind of quiet. They go for their patented. What's that word? Where you I don't know how to say the word. Darwin is the only player that I've seen goes for this 2.01 blind open size. I kind of like it. I still don't understand what it means, but like, it doesn't mean much, but he still does it. So it's like, it means something. Anyways, ace 10 for Q opens under the gun. Ace Jack will call the big blind. Poker Pro flops top pair. Jack 9-7 flop. We get a check. Wait, what's going on here? We got 12 blinds in the middle. Was there a 3 bet at some point? Or was the flop bet just big? Q blocks the straight. Raises the turn to 12 blinds. I think they just bet big on the flop. Jack 9-7 flop goes check, bet, call. 7 on the turn. Poker Pro leads small. But a quarter pot. And Q raises it up 4x. Poker Pro's lead. Holy shit. shit. Top pair, top kicker is in a weird spot here. Q's certainly repping the straight. What? 10-8? Or 9-9, sorry? Jack. So there's some hands that's not the straight. 7-7, of course. Aces, kings, queens, maybe? So there's hands that aren't the straight, sorry. But he has the straight blocker. Anyways, Poker Pro's deep in the tank and folds top pair, top kicker. What a play by Q. I think it was just a big bet on the flop, dude. Call by top pair, top kicker. Lead on the turn. Huge raise. Takes the pawn down. Nicely done by Q. Poker Pro is going to hate themselves when they look at that one back. Ace 5 suited for serve limit. We'll open it up. Celowan with 6-6 will call. 8-5 suited. Q calls the big blind. Flops 3 of a kind on the jack. 8-8 flop serve limit with the nut flush draw on the paired board. Celowan with the boat draw. Serve limit. We'll check it on over to Celowan. Does Celowan ever bet small after getting checked to? They say no, we'll just go to the turn. 7 of diamonds. Q leads out large. 6.6 blinds. 10-9 makes a straight. Plenty of straight draws though. Serve Lamin with the flush draw calls and he makes the flush on the river. Stack to pot ratio is right around 1-1. Q probably just rips. Gets snap called. Obviously there's some boat potentials, but yeah, that's just what's gonna happen there. Q rips it in with 3 of a kind, trying to get called by some what? Jack X? Yikes. What else is there? Maybe some overpairs? Not likely. Serve them and check the flop? Maybe. Anyway, Celowan with aces. We move along. Serve them in with this big juicy stack now. 62 blinds for him after coming in. I think one of the shorter stacks. Celowan with those aces. They will open it up. Buddy on with king 9 suited with the big stack. Could 3-bet from the small blind. They quickly let it go. 10-7 suited for Darwin in the big. We'll find the call. We get a 10-7-6 flop. That's pretty ridiculous, Poker Stars. 8-9 flops a straight. Darwin leads out. About a third pot. Yikes. Ace is in the pickle. Finds the call. 3 on the turn. This is Celowan looking for a 6, a 3, or an ace. 9 blinds in the middle, 24 behind. Darwin sizes up the river jam. 5 3/4 blinds is the bet. Celowan not folding aces here. King on the river. To be fair, a jam on the river by Darwin probably comes in. And it's a weird spot for aces. I got no idea what to do. Darwin finds the jam, hoping his opponent doesn't have king 10. Or a set, of course. Ace. King is... Oh yeah, I said a set. Anyways. Ace is in the pickle here. Ace of hearts, ace of diamonds. Do those matter? We block some flush draws, so some sort of like ace 8 of hearts. We block that. That's probably bad news. Ace 9 of diamonds, like that sort of shit you block. Would that... Maybe that would lead on the flop. I think the ace 8 of hearts, ace 9 of hearts, those are very shitty cards to be blocking. Very nice fold by Celowan with the ace. And I just start to think about in Darwin's shoes is like if you check over on the river, I don't know if your opponent jams with the aces. It's kind of a scary situation. Maybe a check on the river just doesn't happen by 2 pairs or better, so aces are clean to jam on the river if check 2. I don't know, what a weird hand. If I'm being completely honest, I hate when my opponent leads. It's my least favorite situation to be in. Darwin elected the lead with the top 2 pairs, got a little value, but not all of it. Sellowan preserves 20 blinds, still in the game here. There's plenty of work to do, and if your aces get cracked, that's shitty. But we'll see what they can do. Serve them in with 8-7-0 in the small. We'll raise all in and take it down pretty. Ooh, interesting hand brewing here. Even though nothing's happened yet. Q with ace-10 certainly opens that up. King-9 suited again for Buddy on. They quickly fold. Darwin will get out of there with the 4-2. Serve them in with 6s, however. Might find the call. Might just fold. They call. What is love with the East King? Oh, will rip it all in. And Fimo with 9-9 is in a weird spot in the big blind. I don't think there's any way What is Love calls here. If they 3-bet to like 5 blinds, that's suicidal. They just rip it in. Like any reasonable poker player would do. Anyways, 9-9 for Fimo. Again, just in the weirdest spot here, facing the 3-bet from the small. Does find the 4-bet all in. And we got a big flip here, looking for an ace or a king. We find it, 1 outer, does not come. Fimo will double up What is Love, and it was a juice pot there, so they're up to 35 blinds now. Looks like everybody's in the game. Sellowan still with about 20 blinds in last place. Has plenty of wiggle room. 4-4 for Buddy on. We'll open it up. Ace Jack suited. Darwin will find the call. Sellowan with the queen and the 6 will get the hell out of there. Queen 9-7 flop. 4-4 still best. Darwin could buy the pot though. I don't know if a flop bet works. Darwin still could have found it. They say no, we'll just go to the turn with a little bit of showdown value and backdoor equity. Deuce of spades on the turn. Like, does Darwin bluff at all, or do we just check this one down? Darwin says bet half pot on the turn. Get that small pocket pair out of there. Nicely done. Blinds go up, and it looks like we get a break to skip through. That was a nice little play by Darwin on the turn. Not much doing here coming back from break. What is Love with 10-7-0, not going to play that one. Fimo with a jack and a 3, not going to play that. Sellowan with queen 9. I don't know what to do here with 15 blinds in this situation. Do we limp? No, we just rip it in, take it down pre. Limping seems pretty dumb if we're being honest, but especially against somebody like Poker Pro who's just raising nonsense from the big blind. Just to put some pressure on you. Jack 10 for What is Love. They'll open it on up. Q with a queen in the big blind. Q 3-bets to 7.7 and takes the pot down. King 5, Q limps it on in, Buddy on with the 6-9 in the big blind, checks it on back, and we get a 10-9-8 flop. Not much doing for King High. Q checks it over, 6-9 checks it back and makes 2 pairs on the turn. 7 on the river would put a straight on the board, so Q can't make no straight. Q check folds, and we're moving along. Ace 5 for serve them in. For some reason, thinking about this one, they say no. Can't play it. Oh, look at their stack though. 48 blinds. They're in second place. So maybe they could have played it. Anyways, Fimo with 32 blinds, 33. They open up ace 9-0. Q on the button with 4-5. We'll let that go, of course. Darwin with 9-2. Not going to play that bullshit. King Queen for Celowan in the big blind. That's not the big blind. Where are they? Well, there's the button way over there. 3 seats to their left. They're certainly not in the big blind. There's the cutoff. There's the hijack. There's the low jack. King Queen opens it up. Early position. Middling position, I guess. Early middling-ish position. Holy fuck. What a horrific call of this hand so far. 9-8 serve limit will defend the big blind 4-4 2 flop. Celowan with 15 blinds. Bets 1. Takes the pot down. Celoman. Ace 4 suited for Fimo. They will open it up. Hopefully we're back to a consistent calling of the game. Celowan with King 8 suited. Not really a 3-betting situation here off 20 blinds, no. Would have been an interesting situation if they just stuck in a 3-bet to 4.5 blinds. Buddy on with the Jack 10. Oh, we'll open it up. Serve them in with Ace 10 from the button. Kind of weird if they 3-bet here. 10-10 for Fimo in the big blind. Just thinking serve lemons in second place. We really are just behind Darwin, so they're in third now. But yeah, they don't want to 3-bet the big stack. Fimo, however, will 3-bet from the big blind. 37 blinds, rip it all in. Take it down pre. Queen, Queen for Q, Jack, Jack for Buddy on. This is an unfortunate situation. Ace, Queen suited for Fimo in the big blind. That's not the big blind either. That's the small. Holy shit. Buddy on 3-bets to 5.3. Just Fimo 4-bet, and Celowan's got 8 in the big blind that are going to snap fold. There's the 4-bet. There's the snap fold. Does Q ever let go of queens? We got a big flip for Fimo's life? No way, right? Q's an aggressive player. I don't think they just start folding queens pre-flop now. We just 5-bet rip. Take the pot down pre most likely. Or do we fold? If we fold, that's a damn shame. Does Buddy unfold jacks? I got no idea what's going to happen here. I'm actually really curious. Oh, I want to see a fold now. I want to know what Buddy on does. We're all the way in the tank here with Queen, Queen, and I got nothing left to say. Queens hit the muck. Oh, no. No. Q needed the chips, dude. Faces a 4-bet from the small blind. And then Buddy on says, I got jacks, finds the call, King 9-9 flop. Oh no, what do we do? Are we folding jacks facing bets? Like if Fimo bets 2.65, we call. 4 blinds is the size. I think we still call 1, right? We just gotta click the call. We click call, 4 on the turn. It's a spade. Fimo's all in, dude. Right? Or do we bet really small again? 6 blinds? 5.2. Moving 22 behind. Buddy on calls? What do we do, man? I got no idea what to do here. This is a 4-bet pot. Buddy on, let's go with jacks. Ace Queen takes it down. Who would have thunk that after those you're seeing those holdings pre-flop? Queen, Queen hits the muck after putting in 2 blinds. Jack's putting quite a bit more, and now Fimo is in first place with 62. Queen 9 again for Celowan. We'll rip it in for about 18 blinds. Take it down pre. What a hand. What a fucking tournament. Ace 10 for What Is Love. They open it up. Ace Jack for Celowan from the button. Ace Jack for Celowan. Oh, there's the small 3-bet. You'll love to see it. 4.5 blinds. They take it down. King Queen for Darwin. Looks like an open under the gun. 2.3 blinds is the size. They go for the bigger under the gun open size, and they'll just take this one down pretty, as Servalman folded what I believe was Ace 10. Ace 10 for What Is Love. Gonna play that one here. Ace 10 opens it up. Queen Jack suited for Fimo. We'll think about a 3-bet here. They find the call instead. Ace 6 for Darwin in the big blind. Getting a good price, but your hand kinda sucks. You don't really want to flop top pair as you would have. And What Is Love has the better kicker, of course. Only one heart out there. Fimo does get a free turn if they want it. Backdoor royal flush draw. No, they'll go for a small flop bet. 1.6 blinds. Gets a quick call. 10 of diamonds on the turn. My bad. Royal flush draw. 10 of hearts is in What Is Love's holding. Anyways, 2 pairs versus the open-ended straight draw. Turn goes check, check, jack on the river. Fimo must have not wanted to get blasted off the pot facing a check raise on the turn. They go to the river for free. Jack of diamonds. I actually really like the way Fimo played the hand. They went for a small c-bet, check back the turn. So they got to see all cards for 1.7 blinds or something like this with the call pre-flop. The old Queen Jack suited, pretty good happening. Anyways, a little jack on the river. That's not what Fimo wanted to see. They got showdown value. No reason to bluff here, I don't think. Unless you want to rep King Queen and rip it all in. You block Ace Jack and stuff like that. Jack 10. Even though Jack 10 probably isn't in there. Facing a flop bet. Anyways, King Jack for Fimo. I should have just said blocking 2 pairs with the jack. Fimo opens up the King Jack queue with an ace and a 6 that will 3-bet here, going for a little bit of payback. 5 blinds is the size. Three bet gets through. Pretty good news for Q, I guess. Fimo with King 6 suited. The big stack will open it on up under the gun. And take it down pre. Ace King suited for Fimo. In the big blind, Darwin with a King 10 from the cutoff will open it on up. 2.3 blinds. Interesting stuff. They go back to the big sizing. Fimo still gonna 3-bet here. Hopefully Darwin doesn't 4-bet. That's a big 3-bet. I don't think Darwin thinks 4-bet against that size. Unless they say that size looks like a bluff. Nope. They just find the fold. Ace 10 for Poker Pro. They'll open it on up under the gun. Celowan with 10-4 suited in the big blind. Ace E3 flop, all spades, bad news for everybody. Poker Pro bets a blind and takes the pot down. Ace Queen for Fimo sees Jack open. Darwin with aces, dude. What's going on here? Does Q have to fold another strong pocket pair? Darwin will 3-bet. 5.4 blinds approximately. Ace Queen just hits the muck this time. Oh boy, do we call jacks? What do we do? Do we 4-bet and fold to a 5-bet jam? What do we do with Jack, dude? No, we just rip it in for 30 blinds. That makes a lot of sense. We're looking for a 7, a queen, a club. No way, ace of diamonds on the river. 63 blinds will slide over to Darwin, and Q kind of got fucked by the deck there. And the big fold with queens was wrong too. That's unfortunate to see. Q's out of here in 8th place after starting this show with a big stack, I'm pretty sure. He also did a good job of picking up chips himself. Ace King for Servlem, and they will open it on up under the gun +1. And we're playing, what, 7-handed? Buddy on calls the big flops bottom 2 pairs here. Jack 10 6 flop. 1 heart for Buddy on. Servlem in with the straight draw to the queen. Ace and a king are no good. Servlem in bets 1.6 blinds. Buddy on thinking check raise here. What size do we go? Like 5s? No, we just call. Ace on the turn. So bad news for Servlem in. They might think about a value bet at some point. With the worst of it, of course. Like this right here, 6.5 blinds. Gonna need an ace, a king, or a queen on the river, obviously. Oh, a jack works too, right? Jack works too. Aces and jacks with the king kicker. 6-10 is no good. 6-10 sucks, yo. Bottom 2 pair is the worst. Ace king will take the pot down. 5-5 for Servlem, and they'll be right back in there. Ace queen for Fimo once again, suited and booted. 2nd place position this time around. Fimo finds the call. King 7 suited. Excuse me, for Darwin in the big blind. Oh my gosh. Cat just opened the door and it scared the shit out of me. It's like nobody's home. Why is the door opening? Quite impressive, dude. Anyways, Darwin calls the big blind. We get a Jack 4 3 flop. There we go. Checks all the way around. 8 on the turn. Fives are still best here. Servlem in, we'll check them. So we're looking for an ace or queen for Fimo to take down the pot, and if you're rooting for Darwin, a king or a 7. Get the 3 on the river, so Servlem in fans are happy. 7.4 blinds will slide their way. I don't think Fimo bluffs ace queen with the flush completes and the board pairs. Ace queen has a little bit of showdown value. Not really though. Probably just knows it's losing. Very seldomly wins there. Anyways, moving on along. Ace and a 7 for Celoan. Ace 8 for Darwin. Queen 2 for Buddy on. And you know, I was talking about Q's big fold with the queens, but Jack hit the muck, or Jacks hit the muck on the turn there too after paying off the 4 bet and the flop bet. So you know, it's kind of a weird one there. Where both queens and jacks hit the muck. 6-4-2 flop here. Blind on. No, it's not. What the hell's going on here? Who's got the button? It's like in between Buddy on and Darwin there. I'm gonna guess it's Buddy on's button. Looks like a limp pot. Ace 8. Where's Queen 5 suited? 6-4-2 flop. Flush draw out there. Check, check. Jack of diamonds on the turn. Goes check. Bad fold. Ace 8 just hits the muck. Queen 5 with a flush draw and maybe a straight draw too. Took the pot down. 9-8 suited for Fimo. We'll open it up under the gun. Ace Jack for Celowan, just gonna find the fold. Oh no. We're playing 7 players, 4 people make the money, dude. Gotta play some hands. Fimo. Oh no, getting away with one there, and then they get an ace and a king here. Ace queen earlier, getting away with murder. Well, 9-8 suited action, getting away with murder. Ace 7 suited for Buddy on. We'll open it up. That's no good. Fimo's got the old ace king in the big blind. Comes in for a non all in 3-bet to 8 blinds and takes the pot down. King Jack suited for serve limit. I'll open it on up from the cutoff. Ace deuce for what is love. Probably not gonna. Oh, but they do a 3-bet all in. I said probably not, but probably will 3-bet all in for 19 blinds. Take the pot down pre. Serve limit somehow calls. They got 44%. Just under a flip. No, serve limit will let that one go. No bounty on the line or nothing. King Jack for what is love. 23 blinds. Looks like an open from the cutoff. Oh, 6s for Celowan. Looks like a jam from the small for 16.5. I'll take the pot down pre. Boop 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 boo. E7 for what is love. We'll open it on up. And take it down pre. 10-10 for Buddy on from the small. Celowan with a queen and a 9. Not going to rip this one in for 20 blinds. Nope, not from the cutoff. Ace 8 for Poker Pro. Will open it up from the button. Buddy on 3-bet jams. And takes it down pre, I do imagine. Oh, they go for a non-small or not all in 3-bet. 5.5 blinds. We'll still get the same result in this situation, but it's a very interesting play with the 10-10. Ace 10 suited for what is love will open up under the gun. And take it down pre. Not much doing here. Serve them in with the king 7 suited from the small blind. Looks like a raise. What is love with 5-2 suited in the big blind. Oh, we get a limp pot. What is love? We'll check it on back and see a good flop. Ace Jack 3, 2 diamonds for what is love. Serve limit still with the best of it, but 5 high as a straight draw and flush draw. Serve limit checks. What is love? Snap bets half pot. Get a call by the king high. 10 of diamonds on the turn. We get a flush completing for what is love. Nice to see them pick up some chips. 23 blinds with about 5, almost 6 in the middle. I'll bet 4.5 and take the pot down. Yeah, like just like that. What is love? It's in 5th place, just behind Buddy on. Ace 8 for serve limit. I'll open it on up from the button. We'll see if they go for a bigger sizing. No, they go for the min raise. We got Fimo in the big blind, a very aggressive player. Queen 6 offsuit. Not quite the 3-betting hand, but they could stick it in there. They'll just find the fold in this instance. Ace 7-0 for Darwin. They come in for their standard 2.01 blind open size. And Jack 9 for Celowan in the big blind finds the call. We get a King 7-3 flop. Darwin goes for a small C bet, 1.2 blinds, and surely takes the pot down here. Jack 9 can't do much there. Queen 10 suited. Buddy on will open it on up under the gun. Fimo with an ace and a 6 from the button. Fimo finds the fold. King 5 for Celowan hits the muck. Queen 9 will call for Poker Pro. We get an ace 8 6 flop. No pairs for nobody. Queen 10 will bet and take the pot down, I do suppose. That it does. Jack for Fimo. Not much doing for anybody else. Celowan with an ace could always go crazy, but it's not likely here. Fimo opens to 2 blinds. Celowan could always go for a small 3-bet, I suppose, but nope, just like I suspected. They just find the fold. Five, serve lemon, opens it on up under the gun. Celowan with the ace 10 suited is in a weird spot here. 16.5 blinds could just look to rip it in. That they do. And serve lemon will fold the small pocket pair. What is love with the ace 10-0? Looks like an open. We'll see what the hell happens here. Eight 4 for serve lemon in the big blind. Just get it on through for the ace 10. King for a Fimo. It will open it on up. And again, not much doing here. What is love with Queen 5 suited in the big blind? Kings get no action. Ace Jack suited for Celowan under the gun. Do we see another just open and take it down pre? Ace 7 suited hits the muck. And Fimo has 10-8 in the big blind. I suppose we could call and see a flop here. 9-5-2. Fimo checks it on over. 3 in a row for Fimo. Sees a small bet. Could check raise, but probably not really calling. Folding is most likely. Maybe in other situations you're going to call, but I think in this situation you don't really want to with just 3 in a row. Anyways, ace 10 Darwin will open it on up and take it down pre. That they do. Ace Jack for Darwin in the big blind. That's not the big blind. How do I keep saying that? It's under the gun +1. Darwin opens up Queen Jack. Ace 2 for Poker Pro in the big blind. Queen 9-3 flop. I swear I know what the big blind is. I don't know why I keep saying it over and over again. Top pair. Fair kicker. Bets 1.1 blinds and takes the pot down. Ace King for serve lemon, not much behind. Buddy on with ace 3 in the big blind, could always call and see 3 cards. Excuse me. Buddy on says, fuck it, we'll go for a 3-bet. Look to take the pot down pre 6.5 blinds to go. It's not going to work out here, but kind of interesting to see. If I'm serve lemon, I rip, but some players go for a small 4-bet. 11 blinds is the size by serve lemon, just in case Buddy on wants to go for some sort of crazy 5-bet all in. Buddy on says nada. Not gonna do that. Not here. Not today. Aces for Poker Pro. Poker Pro opens Queen 9 for Darwin. Darwin will call 10-9-8 flop. Aces see a pretty bad board. Might go for a bigger bet here. Straight draw in middle pair for Darwin. I don't know what to do facing any size of a bet. Do we just call, I guess? 1.35? Yeah, 3 on the turn. It's a pretty clean card for aces. I'll bet 3.6. Darwin calls, aces make top set. Poker Pro's got about 6 blinds behind, 6 3/4, 15 in the middle. Poker Pro rips it all in. Kind of a bad card for Darwin to call on the river with, right? You beat some sort of like King Queen and King Jack. Darwin says, I'm out of here. Aces for Celowan this time, as Poker Pro moves along with 22 blinds. Celowan will open it up. Buddy on with the King Queen. Oh, thinking 3-bet once again. We'll rip it all in into aces, dude. That's bad timing. Bad timing to go for the all-in size. King of Spades on the turn is juicy. Spade draw and 2-pair draw, 31% or some shit for Buddy on there. And then they get aces versus aces. He's all in with 0.01 blinds. Buddy on wakes up with the old ace. Serve them in, clicks call from the small. What is love? We'll make it like 3.5 and take the pot down. 3.3 and serve Lemon folds. Aces versus aces with the club draw. Doesn't get there. So aces chop 0.91 blinds. And Buddy on's all in once again. Darwin with a couple of jacks. What is love with ace king suited? I didn't even realize. Darwin goes for a 2.2 blind open. I think what is love just 3-bet jams here. No. Wait, 28 blinds? We can go for a smaller 3-bet if we want to. 7.5. There we go. There's Darwin just 4-bet, rip it in. 4-bet small. What do we do? What do we do, Darwin? Do we ever just call C3 cards? I don't think folding makes much sense. Here's a jam. All in is the play. Quick call by ace king suited. We got a big flip. Oh, interesting turn. No 10 for what is love. Anyways, Darwin will take the pot down with 3 of a kind. And he's got 86 blinds. We're down to 5 players, so we're on the money bubble. Poker Pro with 20 blinds. Still has plenty of wiggle room. But the other guys there all have more than double their stack. Jack 6-0. Darwin opens it on up. Fimo with ace jack will call from the button. We get a 10-5-5 flop. That's a pretty disrespectful open by Darwin, who checks it on over. Flop goes check, check, king on the turn. Darwin checks once again. Turn goes check, check, 8 on the river. So Fimo doesn't make no straight, no pair. Ace high could be best, is obviously best. But facing a half pot size bet, a little bit more. What do we want to do here? Be quite a great hero call by Fimo, who finds the fold with the ace high. Darwin gets away with one there with the jack 6-0, betting on the river. Blinds go up. Ace 8 for Celowan, ace 10 for Poker Pro. We get a 2.5 blind open. I think Poker Pro just rips it in from the small for 16 blinds and takes it down pre. Celowan will get the heck out of there. Right? Don't we just fold? It's like 14 more blinds to call. We got an ace 8 offsuit. We're not even suited, dude. We just fold. Ace king for Celowan. That's a good one. Serve limit could 3-bet the king 9 suited from the big blind. 2.5 blind open size by Celowan. Serve limit is thinking 3-bet, finds the call instead, however. 10-4 2-flop. Celowan bets 1.8, takes the pot down, and we're moving on along. Ace queen for a couple players. Fimo with the king jack in the big blind. Poker Pro will open. Darwin might 3-bet here. I think they will in this situation. Looking to put the pressure on Poker Pro. Not afraid to get it all in if need be. Comes in for a small 3-bet, 4.7 blinds. Faces a quick jam for 20, finds the quick call. We're looking for something, but we find nothing. Just a queen high board with a couple of spades. Another player with a spade. No flushes are possible. We're chopping the pot. Ace 4 suited for serve limit. Gonna open on up. Celowan with 10-9 in the big blind. Surely we find the call right. Are we thinking 3-bet here? Would be kind of nasty. 10-9 just finds the call. Ace queen 8 flop, 2 spades for Celowan. Serve limit obviously with top pair. Oh, and a straight draw for Celowan. I didn't even say a straight draw to the jack there. Serve limit actually bets pretty small, 1.3. Get a quick call, deuce of clubs on the turn. Serve limit bets 3.8. I think Celowan still just finds the call here. Don't think we want to bloat the pot, even though we do want to win. Ace of clubs on the river, that's no win. We'll just check fold in Celowan's shoes. Be interesting to see how much serve limit bets. 15.5 blinds in the middle. 25 behind is kind of a weird sizing. Do we ever just jam it all in? Rip it all in, dude? Not likely in this situation, but I would. Serve limit bet 7.5. And the bet will get through as Celowan's got 10 high. Ace 8 for serve limit. Sees a Darwin open with the king 10-0. Do 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 do. Serve limit 3 bets. Whoa, facing the big stack. Serve limit comes in for a 3 bet in second place position with ace 8 off. 6.5 blinds is the size, and Darwin will get the hell out of there. Nice play by serve limit, I do suppose. Ten 4 suited for Fimo will fold. Jack 7. Oh, gonna let it go from the button for Celowan. Darwin with the big stack will just get a little bit bigger, taking down the blinds and antes. Ace 4 suited for Poker Pro on the button, sorry. King 10 for Darwin in the small. King 6 for serve limit in the big. Ace 4 opens to 2.2 blinds. And serve limit will get the heck out of there. King 2 suited for Darwin. They open it up. And take it down pre. E7 for Darwin. Well, raise and take it down pre. Celowan with Jack 7 in the big blind has a little bit of playability, but I don't know if we want to play right now. Not when we're this close to the money and 14 grand. King 8 for serve limit. They open it on up. And take it down pre. Oh, so thinking back to that 4-bet pot with Fimo's ace queen suited, both Q and who was it, Buddy on Poker, who folded queens and jacks, both of them are gone now. Fimo with the big bluff is here. It's kind of a remarkable situation. Anyways, queen 10 for Darwin. Darwin will raise to 3.83 blinds pre-flop. Oh, excuse me, holy, that was stupid. Ace 6 for serve limit. Whoa, just folded the big blind pre-flop in this situation. That 14 grand means a lot. I guess in a 5k buy-in, yes it does. 10-5 suited, Darwin will open the button. These 2 for Fimo in the big blind. A 3 bet would be cool. There it comes. 8 blinds to go. Darwin will find the fold. Jack 9 for Darwin. Open it up and take it down, Bree. A serve limit 3 bet would be cool. King 4 suited. Would be fucking cool. 6.4 blinds. You love to see it. Does Darwin ever get pissed off and come in for a 4 bet with Jack 9? I think that's less likely. Ah, 10-10 for Poker Pro in the big blind. Celowan with the King 8-0 in the small. Might raise it up, looking to take the pot down pre, but Poker Pro. Poker Pro will say no siree. Oh, we get a limp pot. Poker Pro will say no siree. Raise it up to 3 blinds. Celowan with the King and the 8. A 3 bet would be cool. Make it 7. No, they play call. Ace 5 3 flop. Poker Pro bets 2 blinds. Takes the pot down and we're moving on along. King Queen for Fimo, King Queen for Poker Pro. Fimo opens from the cutoff. A Poker Pro jam would be really cool to see. For 22 blinds would take the pot down. Yes, it would. Darwin will get the hell out of there with Jack 5 suited. Fimo also gonna find the fold. Just like that. Celowan's in last place with 22 blinds now. Poker Pro out of the basement. Jack 7 for Darwin will raise and take it down pretty. 3.93 this time. Darwin's just clicking numbers. Anyways, Queen, Celowan opens it up. Serve them in with the king and the jack. Fimo with 8-4 in the big blind. No, queens just take it down pretty. Queen, jack for Fimo. See the Darwin open, king 6-0. Celowan with 4-3 suited in the big blind. 23 blinds behind. We'll come along to the 10-9-6 flop. Darwin still got the best of it with the pair of sixes, but Fimo's got 2 overs and an open-ended straight draw. Celowan with 4 high, no real equity, a little backdoor straight draw in there. A little 5-7 action. No, we get a 10 on the turn, pairs the board. 2 flush draws potentially out there. Fimo bets half pot with the straight draw and 2 overs, and the pair of sixes hit the muck. So nicely done by Fimo to take the pot down as we get a break. Already coming back from break, Fimo's got ace-7 suited, Poker Pro with jack-7 suited in the big blind. We should see at least 3 cards here, dealer. 10-7 for Celowan, and this small will get the hell out of there. Fimo just gonna rip it in for 25 blinds and take it down pre, so we are not seeing any cards. 5-4 suited for Serve Lamin. In second place, we got Darwin in the big. We're just gonna let that one go under the gun. Fimo with king-9 suited. Looks like a cutoff open. Fimo goes for the min raise, and Darwin gets the hell out of there with the bullshit holding in the big blind. Ace-5 for Celowan. I don't know what we do here. Just gonna let that one go from the cutoff. Still 1 away from the money. Darwin in this small will go for a raise. All in 44 blinds effective. Ace-8-0 takes it down pre. Kind of wonder what Serve Limit even calls there with. Obviously, you got aces, kings, queens, jacks. Where do you start to fold there? Facing the 44 blind jam pre-flop. Personally, I think maybe we call down to 10s, ace, queen suited or better, or something like this. Kind of a weird spot. Anyways, 3-2 suited. Serve Lamin goes for a limp. Fimo with ace-7 checks it back. Queen 7-4 flop. 1 diamond for Serve Lamin. What the fuck do we do facing that 44 blind jam from the small? Anyways, Serve Lamin will check over 3 high. Pick up no equity on the 8 turn. The board is locked up for Fimo. Hard to imagine. Serve Lamin finds a way to win this one. They check once again. Fimo might just want to see a river card. Might bet 1 blind. Flush draws and straight draws out the ass. They do just check it down to the river where Fimo will make 2 pairs. Serve Lamin might try to rep the ace. Go for like an over bet slightly. Like 3 blinds. Not too much larger than that. Serve Lamin says, no, we'll just bet under 2. Looking to take the pot down. Fimo with 2 pairs. Obviously 5-6 got there on the turn, but I think we still raise 2 pairs here. Still like ace 4. Probably not queen 8, queen 7, queen 4, none of that shit. That would have bet the turn at some point, I think. Not likely 8-7, maybe 8-4, maybe. Anyways, serve them in with 3 high, we'll find the fold. And get jack 9 on the button. We got Fimo in the small who covers us. We will still open it up. Celowan with 8-6 in the big blind finds the fold. E6 for Darwin, the big stack. Comes in for the min raise under the gun 5-handed. And the raise probably just gets through pre-poker pro with 6-4-0 in the big blind. Jack 9 for Fimo, probably not going to raise. Celowan 19 blinds on the button with ace king suited. Probably just min raises and takes the pot down pre. They go 2.5 blinds and we'll still get the job done. Not much here. Jack 10 for Poker Pro on the button. 22 blinds. Might come in for the open. They say no. 3-8 suited for Darwin. Certainly not just going to rip this one in, but they do go for the big raise. 3.8 blinds. Giving away their hand. Taking the pot down pre anywho. 10-9 for Celowan. 21 bigs going to fold. 6-3 suited. Darwin will open the button facing the 2 big stacks. Fimo with king 8 has some playability. Knows Darwin's going to be super wide, but in a stupid situation like this, where we're 5-handed, 4 people make the money, Fimo is just going to look for a better spot. Let's king 8 off, go from the big blind. 6-4-0, gonna raise and take it down pre most likely. No, Fimo says Celowan just take down the blinds and antes as blinds go up. Couple of ducks for Poker Pro in the big blind. Fimo with king 3, not gonna open it up from the button with the being the biggest stack left in the hand. Poker Pro will just get a walk. Queen 3 suited, Surf Lamin won't open. Queen 8-0, Celowan on the button might come in for the open. Not in this situation. Looks like there's gonna be a lot of folding here. Queen, that's an open and take it down pre. Six 3 in the big blind, gonna fold. Queen 5, nope. Queen 7, does Darwin open? It's kind of weird for even these big stacks here where they don't want to lose chips at all either. Like serve Lemon on 28 blinds, Fimo only on 33 being in second place. That's not a big stack. Darwin with about 58 blinds. That's a sizable stack there. But they're in first, obviously. So they don't have to worry too much about losing a few chips. But like if Fimo lost like 10 blinds, that's such a crucial hit to their stack here. Like, do we just want to rip it in for 15? Ace-9 suited? Makes our life easy. But again, we do not want to lose 15 blinds in a big cooler here. Fimo will come in for a 2.5 blind open and take it down pre. King 8 for Darwin will open it up under the gun. Queen Jack, Celowan in the small, 14 blinds, has to fold. King 3 suited, Celowan has to fold the button, I think. Darwin gets a walk with a jack and a queen in the big blind. Ace for Servleman. King 5 suited for Fimo. Under the gun does come in for the open. Weird spot for Servleman. You got the old ace. That's second place position opening up under the gun though. This is perceivably strong versus strong range. Do you ever call pre? No, we 3-bet. Question is what size? 6.5 blinds. Fimo very unlikely to 4-bet all in here and they'll just get out of there. Find the fold. Yeah, aces just can't call there. It obviously looks really strong. 3-betting there. You're going to generate a lot of folds, which sucks, but that's aces. You got to go for a 3-bet and get the pot, I guess. 5-5, Serverman gonna fold the small blind. Queen 7. Oh, Darwin will raise and take it down pre from the button. Ace 3, Fimo. Another weird spot. We don't want to lose 13 blinds. Do we go 2.5 or just dunk it all in? Fimo says this one has a little bit less playability post flop, so we'll just rip it in and take it down pre. Poker Pro's got 9-9 in the big blind. If Fimo gets excited and rips it in, it will be a weird spot. If they open, does Celowan jam ace 8 suited? Probably not. Fimo will rip it in with the king and the 9. 14 blinds effective. This is really going to hurt them if they don't find a king. Ace 8 suited. I think Celowan will find the fold in the end, but there's a lot of weaker ace X that might just rip it in pre-flop here. And obviously 9-9 for Poker Pro in the big blind. What's kind of weird is if Celowan calls, Poker Pro might fold. That's interesting. Celowan has 60 more seconds to think this one through. So you'd think like Ace King would come in for a min raise, right? Ace Queen, Ace Jack suited would certainly min raise. Ace 10-0 might just rip it in. We do get the 9s versus King 9. Any King dealer? No chop potentials. Poker Pro just holds on up. 29 blinds for him. That's just under Servlamin. Fimo in 4th place still with about 18 bigs, but that was a big hit to their stack. Servlamin will min raise the ace 8. Looks like they'll take it down pre-flop unless Darwin does something crazy with a 10-2. Oh, no way. Jack for Celowan, deuces for Poker Pro. Celowan might min raise. There it is. 11 blinds will min raise, and I think we take it down pre. Servlamin will know this is a strong ass range. Queen 8-0 just folds. E6 suited for Darwin. Playing 30 blinds effective with Servlamin. We'll see if they just rip it in pre-flop. They say no min raise. Take it down pre. Ace deuce for Darwin. Suited. Ready to see a flop. Min raises again. Celowan with King 10 in the big blind in last place. 13 blinds in total. I think we call here. Celowan goes in the tank. Are we going to 3-bet jam? We do 3-bet jam for 13 bigs. I don't think Darwin calls it off with the ace 2 suited. This isn't a spot where we want to call 11 more. We are the slight equity favorite here. But yeah, the jam will just get through. Pretty nice play by Celowan, I do suppose. Oh no, ace jack suited versus aces. Servlamin will come in for a min raise. We'll see if Fimo just flats the aces on the button. Comes in for a small 3-bet to like 4.5 blinds, maybe even smaller. 4 1/4 is the size. Servlamin with a very playable ace-jack suited 5-handed. This is a stupid spot. You obviously block aces. You got some 30% against kings. You might rip it in here. There's the jam with 13%. Servlamin needs some clubs or 10 and a 9. There's a club on the turn. No club on the river. Servlamin just like that in last place. Fimo back in second with 33.5 blinds. Pretty big cooler there for Servlamin. Or well, I guess it's for Fimo. Cooler against Servlamin. I don't know how you word that sentence. Y'all know what I mean though. King Queen suited for Celowan. This is a weird spot off 15 blinds. Do we ever fold? No. Do we min raise? No. We just rip it in, take it down pre. Big ball play by Celowan. And they get a 3 and a 3. I think we let this one go. Not as an appealing spot. Ace Jack O for Darwin will raise and take it down pre, I do suppose. 9-7 for Fimo. King 3 suited for Servlamin. Let's see if they just rip it in from the button here. A min raise is actually kind of cool. 12 blinds. Looks like it might have worked. Serve them in with queen jack this time. Gonna get out of the way. We see ace jack versus ace queen suited. Darwin min raises. Poker Pro in this situation probably just calls ace jack, knowing ranges are gonna be rather wide here. Well, I guess not as much in Poker Pro's shoes. Darwin's range will be rather wide, I should say. 8-6-2 flop, 1 club. Not too scary for either player. Darwin will bet small. Poker Pro does have a good reason just to fold on the flop here. But obviously for chips, they can find a call. We see a 5 of hearts on the turn, bringing in a flush draw. Completing 9-7, 7-4, 3-4. Darwin checks, 6 on the river. Probably just goes check, check, and Darwin wins. Yeah, just check, check. 8.5 blinds will slide over to Darwin. That would have been really nice for Poker Pro in a spot where they actually probably win quite a bit. Ace 10 serve Lamin. Do we rip it in for 12? No, we min raise. There's the min raise. Cool to see off the short stack. Ace 4 suited for Celoan. An appealing 3-betting hand, but I don't think we're going to find it here. But a little 4.5 blind 3-bet would be sexy. Not today. Blind on blind, this could get in. 1 king dead. Pretty good news for serve Lamin. We didn't see any clubs folded, I don't think. King 7 suited, we'll just rip it in for 14 blinds. And looking to take it down pre. Get a snap call by ace 7 suited. 1 club, no more. Darwin is dead. 28 blinds for serve Lamin. That's a great spot for him. Picks up a whole bunch of chips. Looks like third place for serve Lamin, 6-9. Darwin will min raise from the button. Fimo with queen 3 in the big blind, just gonna fold surely. A 3-bet is just suicidal. Fimo tanks. I was a little worried for him. They find the fold, of course. King 7 for Darwin. We are in a weird spot where we're gonna start to see some jams from Darwin if stacks stay at this depth. 7-7 for serve Lamin. Do we call? What a weird spot for 7s. Only playing 27 blinds effective. Celoan with ace 9 in the big. Don't really want to call ace 9. Do we 3-bet? Do we fold? We just let it go. 10-10 3 flop. Ace 9 does not really want to go 3 ways there. Even though in this situation we see they would have had fair equity. King 7 for Darwin will go for this big bet, blocking the diamond draw. Paired board, interesting sizing. 7-7 for serve Lamin. Doesn't want to raise here. Just a call or fold. 6 of diamonds on the turn. Darwin's gonna go bombs away. Another half pot bet. Size up a river jam. I think so. Even a little bit less than half pot. Sizes down. I think it'll maximize fold equity on the river, making it a big jam. And 7s do hit the muck when the flush completes. Nice play by Darwin just with the king of diamonds there. Queen 10 for serve Lamin. Weird spot for them. They come in for the min raise, looking to take it down pre or pick up a big hand post. Although there's a lot of 3-betting pre-flop rather than just calling like jack 6 suited. I don't know if we play this here. Chips mean so much. Just hits the muck. King 2 suited for serve Lamin. We'll let that one go with Darwin in the big blind. Ace 5 for Celoan in last place. 15.5 blinds. We'll just find the fold from the button. I was thinking we might be just jamming or folding 15.5. No, they're still min raises, but with ace 5-0 specifically, we might be jamming or folding. I just think we got Poker Pro in the small. Probably not going to do too much 3-betting. Not too wide anyways, but Darwin in the big blind will do a lot of wide 3-betting. As we see them come in for a 3-blind open from the small with the 6-10. Oh, serve lemon is dominating him once again. Ace-6 off in the big, not going to be an easy play post. We'll 3-bet pre-flop though, which is a little crazy. Like it might work out here, but Ace-6, oh. We'll take it down pre. Nice play by Surf Lamin. I do suppose to pick up a few blinds as Darwin gets kings. Do we ever limp? No, that's kind of ridiculous to just change up the strategy with your monster. But I just think Fimo is going to fold 8-5 suited here. Very playable holding. They're in second place position. Nope, they call and see a flop 9-8-4. One club, backdoor straight draws for Fimo. I guess they only have one backdoor straight draw to the 6-5. See what size Darwin goes. About 5 blinds in the middle. They bet full pot. The bet will get through. Pair of 8s hit the muck. Nice fold by Fimo. Ace-6 for Servlamin. 4-4 for Celowan in the big blind. Weird spot for Servlamin. They come in for the min raise. Fimo with King 10 will probably let that go from the small. 3-bet's kind of cool though. There's a 3-bet to 6 blinds. Celowan will get out of the way with the 4s. I don't think Servlamin calls, but we could 4-bet. Just click it back. Servlamin quickly folds. No leveling wars here today. King 9 for Fimo. On the button here, 19 blinds effective. We'll come in for the min raise. And take it down pre. Nothing doing here. A couple of 5s in the blinds. Queen 5 for Poker Pro. King 5 for Darwin. Just a walk. King Queen for Fimo. 8-8 for Celowan. What a weird spot for Celowan. We do get the min raise under the gun. 13 blinds. Last place position. 5-handed. A pocket pair of 8s is real good. Do we just take this spot? That we do. We see a lot of potential straight outs for Celowan being folded. Hopefully that doesn't come into play. King Queen probably folds to the 3-bet anyways. We'll see what Fimo likes to do. It's about 11 to call into a pot of 28. We see they're pretty well flipping here. Fimo has 100 seconds to think this one through. What sort of hands jam here? A lot of like ace-jack suited or better. Pocket pairs. I started to think like maybe 8s are better. Like 8s might be bottom of the range there. As ace-queen suited will come in for the min raise under the gun. 14 for Celowan and take it down pre. So like 8s might be the bottom of the range. Does King Queen suited jam facing an under the gun open? Might not. It's kind of a weird spot. Kind of interesting that Fimo thought about the call there for so long. They do get out of the way as Darwin is just going to start to rip this in pre. Ace-4 suited probably does the same thing. 22 blinds effective with Fimo. Ace-7 for Servlamin. Stupid spot for them. Do we fold off 18 blinds? No way. Servlamin will open. Jack-9 for Darwin in the big blind. It would be kind of interesting to see a 3-bet jam, but they're just going to find the fold. Servlamin will take it down pre. Queen 4 for Darwin. I think we just want to raise the 3 blinds. Darwin says, no, just rip and take it down pre. King 5 suited for Darwin. Kind of a stupid spot where he might jam and then Fimo probably has to fold King Queen suited. There's the jam. We see Fimo's got the best hand, 70%. Has to hit the muck. King Queen for Poker Pro, 11 blinds. Hopefully they rip it in. Take it down pre. Or min raise, that should work as well. Min raise will get through. Pre-flop for Poker Pro. Ace-7 suited for Fimo, probably just jams. But I wonder if a min raise is better. We really don't want to lose 12 or 13 blinds here. Fimo says my Ace-7 suited probably is just best. Rips it in from the button and takes it down pre. 9-9 for Servleman. Ace-Jack for Darwin. Does Servleman ever rip it in? They limp. They limp it in under the gun. Interesting play, 17 blinds behind. Darwin with Ace-Jack is going to think about a raise. What size do we go? All in is the size. Servleman didn't want to see it. That's why they limp it in pre. I think we still call nines. It is a flip, which sucks. But better pocket pairs are going to go for a smaller raise, so you can cut some of that out. Like probably even 10s will raise to like 3.5 blinds here. So smaller pocket pairs rip. Suited Ace-X rips. Maybe suited Broadways rips. Servleman does just avoid the flip. Limps in 9-9 under the gun. Folds facing the rip by Darwin. Thought for sure we were going to flip there for Servleman's life. Jack-9. Darwin will rip and take it down pre. $14,000 is a lot of money if we're being honest, so it does make sense. Servleman just gets the hell out of there. But man, when you talk out the range, it sure feels like you're getting real bullied there. King Queen suited for 22 blinds effective. Darwin will min raise from the button and take it down pre. Queen 5. Do we just rip it in? No, a min raise by Darwin. Celoan with 6-3 and the big blind will find the fold. King 6 suited for Servleman. Not going to play this one. 10-2. Darwin will open under the gun. Ace-Jack for Fimo. Ace-Queen for Celoan. Does Fimo ever raise here? Do we just fold 20 blinds? Probably. Fimo raises to 5. Celoan with 10 in total. Ace-Queen suited, stupid spot. We're going to fold from the small. Darwin probably lets go at 10-2, but if he 4-bet jams, that would be spicy. No. Ace-Jack for Fimo will take it down pre. Ace-Jack, gets Ace-Queen suited off the pot. Ace-2 for Darwin will get a walk. Can't really blame Celoan for folding there. Has 0 fold equity with a 4-bet jam probably. 5-7. Darwin will rip from the small, take it down pre. It's kind of weird. Celoan had like 10 blinds. Fimo's 3-bet was to 5. Does Ace-Jack ever just fold facing the 4-bet? For 5 more blinds? Maybe in a spot where Celoan's folding Ace-Queen suited. King for Poker Pro. Another min raise comes in here. Very few min raise comes off the 9 blind stack, but King will come in for the min raise. Still take it down pre. No action for Poker Pro. They just pick up the blinds and antes, which do mean a lot to them right now. So they might have to fold King Jack from the big blind as Darwin opens up King 7. Kind of stupid. You really don't want to call King Jack here right now. Poker Pro does let it go. E7 for Fimo. Just gonna let that one go off 22. Looks like another walk for Darwin. Beep, 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 beep. 10 jack. Poker Pro has to fold. 2-3 for Darwin, and the small blind is kind of weird. We'll see what they elect to do. If they breathe on the pot, they'll take it down, but 3-2's not too appealing. 2.5 blinds. Darwin gets aggressive, and we'll take the pot down. King 10 for Celowan. Oh yeah, we have 9.5 blinds. We can't even play it right now. 10-4 for Darwin. 20 blinds effective. Rips it on in and takes it down pretty. King 5 suited. I think Darwin just rips. Rip it in. Take it down pretty. Nine for Fimo. 9 blinds effective. We jam. And we'll take it down pretty. Min raise. Min raise the 9s. Take it down pretty. 3-3 for Servleman. We'll get out of there. Ace Queen for Poker Pro. Ace 4 suited for Celowan. Do we jam the small or the button? Sorry, that we do. We get it in. Ace Queen versus Ace 4 suited. Ace on the flop. We're still looking for a 4. Now a 10 or an ace. Get the 7 of diamonds on the river. 17 blinds. We'll slide Poker Pros away. And we lose Celowan. We are down to 4 in the money. Ace 9 suited. Darwin will rip for 10 blinds. Deuce will hit the muck for Servleman. 10-10 versus 5. So we'll get this in pre. Servleman ever limp here? We got 10 seconds to think this one through. They raised it 2.5 blinds. I think Fimo still just rips in 5-5. 10 snap call. We're looking for a 5. We find 2 of them. Quads for Fimo. 10-10 is no good. Just like that, we're down to 3. Fimo with a stack, 31 blinds. Poker Pro was 16.5. Darwin was 71. Everybody's got 28 grand locked up. It's good to note. Poker Pro will rip in the ace from the small and take it down pre. Queen Jack for Darwin. Gonna raise to 3.5 blinds. Take it down pre. 10-2. Fimo says no way, Jose. After thinking about it for some reason. 6-5 suited for Darwin. Gonna come in for the min raise from the button. And take it down pre. Lots of that going on here. 8-10 Darwin will get a walk. Ace 5 suited from the small. What do you know? Another raise and take it down pre for Darwin. Not too exciting. 3.5 blinds. Always interesting to note what size they go. 29 blinds effective. Darwin says 3.5 blinds. With the suited ace there. Takes her down pre. 10-9. Another raise. Darwin takes it down pre. 6-5 Darwin in the big blind. Might get a walk here as Queen 5 over Poker Pro in the small blind is not too happy about seeing it, but Poker Pro does raise to 2.7 blinds, dominating Darwin. Darwin calls. Queen high board. Good news for Poker Pro. Darwin does have backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw going on, but they got 6 high. See a 1.5 blind bet on the flop. Darwin might raise. I don't see how we call. We reasonably fold 6 high. That makes more sense. 6-5 for Darwin. From the small, we'll raise to 3.2. Again, always interesting to see the sizing. Ace 5 for Darwin. We'll min raise from the button. King 6 for Poker Pro in the big blind. Not gonna play. Ace 4. Does Poker Pro rip? That they do. No post flop action here. Ace 2, not gonna play. Queen 3 for Darwin. We'll raise. We'll see what size. 3.2. Interesting. Queen Queen versus King 3. Very unlikely, but we could see fireworks here. Fimo raises to 2.5 blinds. Poker Pro like will 3-bet to like 5.5. 5.5 is the size. Fimo does not 4-bet rip. King Queen 22 blinds. Fimo will min raise and take it down pre-flop. Ace 6 suited. Poker Pro will min raise. Queen 10 suited. Darwin could 3-bet jam. There's the all in, and Ace 6 suited does hit the muck. Nice play by Darwin. Ace 10 looks like a min raise. 4-3 suited will defend the big blind. We get a 9-7-5 flop. No diamonds, but a straight draw to the 6 for Poker Pro. Gets a free turn even. 7 of hearts. Stupid little straight draw on 4 high. Poker Pro leads out 1.5. Looking to take the pot down. Ace 10 for Darwin. Finds the call. 9 on the river. Double paired board. 8 blinds in the middle. Poker Pro can't bet small here. I'm wondering if they ever just jam 4 high. Not here, not today. Darwin will get showdown with the ace and take down the pot. The pot. Holy fuck, am I stumbling over my words. 7-5 suited. Poker Pro will limp. 9-4-0. A raise would be crazy. No. We're off to the flop. Queen 8-6. Open ender for Poker Pro. Darwin with 9 high blocking. Poker Pro's outs. We'll find the fold. King 3. Gonna rip it in. No, it just raised to 3 blinds. Fimo with Ace 2 in the big blind. Stupid spot to call. I like a small 3-bet to like 7.5. Fimo just elects to rip and take it down pre. King 3 suited. Darwin min raises. Poker Pro with King 8 suited in the big. Finds the call. 10-6-6. Weird spot. Paired board. Back to a straight draw for Poker Pro. King high sees a 1 blind bet and has to swiftly fold. Darwin will take that one down. Darwin gets a walk with the queen and the 8. We get an ace queen. Darwin will raise to like 3 blinds. 3.1. Always changing up the size. Darwin's raise will get through pre.
Hey, Brendan?
Yeah.
Hey, if I give you my card, would you want to go get pot?
I can do that, yeah.
Yeah? Because we're almost out.
Yeah. King.
Okay. Yeah, like whenever.
Yeah. King 3 suited. Darwin will open. $10-2 for Poker Pro. Finds the fold. Ace 8 suited. Poker Pro might rip from the small. King 5 suited. Darwin probably just gets out of there. Blinds go up. King Jack. Poker Pro rips for 10 and takes it down pre. King 6. Darwin rips. Queen 10 hits the muck. King 3. Darwin walk. What do you know? Queen 4. Darwin rip. Do we raise small? I think a smaller raise. 2.7 blinds is the size. King 4. Fimo lets her go. A7 suited. No, that's not suited. A7 O rips it in. Fimo with the queen, and the queen will call for 15.5. Looks like a big pot sliding over to Fimo, providing the queens hold up. Queens don't fold here. No way. A7 looking for an ace, some backdoor straight help. 5? No. 3 of diamonds on the river. Queens do hold. 32 blinds for Fimo. Then they get the 7-7. I'll min raise that one. Take it down pre. Ace 4 versus 8-8. Poker Pro rips. Fimo quickly called. Looking for an ace 4, a 5. 5 on the river. Poker Pro does find it. 17 blinds slide their way. Ace Jack. Fimo will raise 8-7. Probably hits the muck here, facing like a 3 blind raise. 2.5 blinds though. We will call that King Queen 6 flop. Both players with backdoor clubs. Fimo probably just bets and takes the pot down with Ace Jack. Oh, we check. Poker Pro will bet 1.6 blinds with the eat high 3 in a row. Fimo calls. Do we raise? What the fuck? No, we find the 10 on the turn, however. Making the nuts straight. Fimo. Surely we don't lead. Check it on over. Poker Pro with a straight draw to the 9. We'll check it down. See a king on the river. 8.6 blinds in the middle. 13.5 behind. Does Fimo block bet? Hoping a king raises him. Does kind of go for a block bet, sizing 2 blinds into 8 and takes the pot down. Jack Jack for Fimo. We'll min raise. King 10 for Darwin. We'll call 9-5-5 flop. Darwin thinking lead. 9-5-5 paired board, blocking a straight draw, backdoor flush draw. Darwin leads half pot. He's not blocking a straight draw. Blocking backdoor straight draws. Jack Jack calls, finds a boat on the turn. King 10 drawing to a queen, but dead. Darwin will check. 9.5 blinds in the middle. Does Fimo ever give him a free river card? That'd be kind of interesting here. You got a boat. Your opponent leads the flop. Bet's really small. Not going to be able to get it all in on the river anyways. It would have been really interesting to see him give him a free card. King 2 suited. Poker Pro 13 blinds. We'll think about something here and find the fold, unfortunately. Queen 10. Darwin playing 35 effective with Fimo. Will limp it in. Of all the things, I wasn't expecting that. Fimo gets a free flop with 7-3 offsuit, ace queen 5 flop. 2.5 blinds in the middle. Pair of queens will check it over to 7 high, backdoor straight draw. Fimo does pick up the straight outs to a 4. Darwin with the pair of queens will bet 1 blind. Likely just take the pot down. King 4 for Darwin. We'll find the fold. Ace King versus Ace 3 might get in pre-flop. Ace King will raise to 2.5 blinds. Poker Pro quickly raises all in 12.5. Looking for a 3 or some backdoor diamonds. Doesn't find any help on the turn. No help on the river. Fimo will scoop 25 blinds and we are heads up pretty well even. In chips, that is. 7-6 Fimo will open. Jack 4 will call. We get a queen 9-8 flop. Oh, how interesting a 10 would be. Both players would make a straight. Fimo bets 2.4 blinds, takes the pot down. And the deal discussion comes on in. Ace King for Darwin raises 2.5 blinds. Queen 10 for Fimo might find a call. Do we ever just fold because we want to make a deal? No, we find top pair. Interesting shit here. Queen 9-7 flop. Does Darwin check down ace king? Backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw. I don't know if we want to bet here. We bet full pot. Femo's got top pair, backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw. Surely we don't fold top pair. This is spicy though. We call queen on the turn. Femo's got check marks. 15 blinds in the middle. What the hell happens here? Surely we just show down ace king. The hand's over. I think the show's over. King on the river. Darwin makes top pair. Top kicker. Loses to jack 10. Beats like a 10-8 miss straight draw. Some sort of king jack king 10. Probably doesn't even call on the flop. This has got the flush draw. Femo rips it all in over the pot. Almost 3x. 41 blinds into 15. Darwin finds top pair, top kicker on the river, heads up pot. They were just about to discuss a deal. Darwin in the end probably finds the fold, as we already can tell. But what an interesting way to get to the deal here. 3 of a kind with the straight blocker. Rips it all in for 41 blinds. Surely Darwin just folds, right? And then we make a deal. 57 blinds will slide over to Femo. You could probably just skip forward. We got 30 more seconds to sit through. No, Darwin does just find the fold. We make a deal. Good shit. So 55k for Femo, 53 grand for Darwin. For a 5k entry, I guess that's not too bad of a day. The deal has been agreed to, and that's the end of the show. So if you made it all the way through, thanks for checking this bullshit out. Hopefully we'll see you in another video. And until then, adios amigos. We'll quickly see who gets the actual W. 8-3, king 9. Somehow Femo time banks all the way down. Just flip. Darwin says yeah. Darwin wins the flip. 7-3. Rips it in. Ace 2 for Femo. No 7 or 3. 20 blinds for Femo. This really doesn't matter. Queen jack. Darwin loses with a 7 and a 3. Aces versus king 2. Aces make a set. No flush help for a Femo. Wow, this does not matter. Jack 3 will rip it in. King 10 obviously calls. No jack or 3. Darwin's finally dead. So Femo gets the job done. Anyways, peace out amigos.